Hey, so if you're looking for a fast and free way to move your WordPress website from one host to another, or if you're looking to move your website to live now that you've finished developing it, then this tutorial is for you. I'm going to run through how you can migrate a WordPress website using a free plugin called Duplicator. It's super simple, fast, and you can have your website up and running in a matter of a few clicks. Hey, I'm Dan Davies. If you're new to the channel and you're looking for real-life WordPress tips and tricks, make sure you subscribe. And if you get value from the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Okay, so what we're going to be looking to do is we're going to be looking to take this website, which I don't know if you can see this, but it's on development server. So at the moment it's in development and we want to put it live. So we want to move host. And the steps we're going to take to do this is we need to, first of all, take a backup of this website, and then we need to install it on the new server. Yeah, so the first thing we need to do is we need to log into the admin. Okay, so now that we're logged into the admin, the first step we need to do is we need to go to plugins, add new, and then we need to search for Duplicator. Now, it's a popular plugin. It's got over 1 million active installations, and this is the one here that we need. So we just need to click install now. Once it's installed, we need to activate it. And then once it's installed, you'll see it's here, Duplicator. So what we need to do is we need to click this Manage button. And this is where we get to see all the packages that we've got. So if you've created packages before, they'll be here. Obviously, if we're installing it for the first time, you've got no packages. And what we need to do is click Create New. You can rename this if you want, but there's no real need. It's just taking the date and the name of the website. So there are other options that you can go through, but it's just showing you, if you want to exclude any files or folders. But just click Next. And then what will happen is Duplicator will scan your website and it'll report any errors or issues that may be of concern before you make a backup. So as you can see here, there is a notice here for 256 megabytes for the size of the directories. And if you go through this, you can actually see what are the concerns. And it is possible to exclude folders and files, but for just a notice, we don't need to worry about that. We just need to click yes, that we're happy to continue with the build process, and then you can click build. And then what's happening now, Duplicator is creating a backup of your website. It's packaging all the files together into a zip file, which will be ready for us to download in a second. Right, so we're done. So we've got package build complete. Now, what it's asking us to do is download two files. Then we've got the installer file and the archive file. So the installer file is something that we'll need to install the website on our new host. So we just need to click to save that, and we can save that on our desktop. And then we need to download the archive. And we'll save that on our desktop as well. So that's it. So we're done on the old website. So as you can see, I've put the two files that it's generated for us inside a directory. So we've got the installer file, and then we've got the archive, which is 179 megabytes. Now, it is possible during this process when it's building the backup that if you've got a large website with lots of files, lots of photos, that it could time out depending on your host. Now, if you do run into any problems while it's creating that backup, you'll get a warning message to say that, there's been a problem with creating your backup. You can contact your host. Generally, it is down to the hosting provider. If there's no way around it and you find that you're stuck, the Duplicator's not working for you, then there is an alternative way that you can create a backup and migrate your website, which I'll link to it at the end of this video, and it's how to do it manually through cPanel. So if this doesn't work for you, skip to the end of the video and watch the recommended video at the end, and that'll show you how you can do it manually through cPanel. So if you're at this point and you've got your installer file and you've now got your archive file, the next thing we need to do is to go to our new hosting account. So once you're in the new cPanel, we need to create a new database for the website. So you can just scroll down, click MySQL databases, create a database. We can call this whatever we want. Once we've created the database, we then need to create a user. Again, you can call this whatever you want. Generate the password, copy the password, paste it somewhere safe so we can reference it in a moment, and create user. So now we've created a database, we've created a user. Now we need to give that user the privileges to use that database. So we need to add the user to the database. So you can see you've got your user selected and you've got the database we've created selected. And we can just click add. And then we need to give all privileges to this user. And we click make changes. Go back. So that's it. We've got the database ready. It's important that we keep note of the name of the database, the user of the database, and the password. Now, the next step is we need to upload the files. Now, you can do this with FTP. You can either go to FTP, upload the installer file and the backup, the archive, into the public HTML folder, or you can go to File Manager. We'll do it this way for this example. We just go to public HTML, and then we just need to upload. And then we can select our files, and we can click upload the installer first, and then we just upload the archive. Now, depending on the size of this, it'll depend how long it's going to take. So there we go. Now we've got our installer and we've got our archive uploaded. As you can see, they're both sat there in the public HTML of our new host. Right, so the next step is we need to go to the URL of our new domain and we need to install the website. Right, so as you can see, we've gone to the website and there's absolutely nothing there. Nothing's happening. So in order to install the website, what we need to do is we need to add installer.php to the URL. And then we get presented with a Duplicator installer. Now we just need to click through a few options and get this website up and running. So the first thing it's asking us to do is to give our database details. Now, in the last step, we ask you to save those details. So we need to enter the database name, which we've got here. The database user, and then the password in here. And then we need to validate. So this will just check that the details we've put in work. And there we go. We've got pass for the validation, so we're all good. So the only thing we need to do now is we need to click that we have read and accepted the terms and notices, and we can click next. And it's just confirming that we're going to be installing the website now on the new URL, which will be sugarboxclinic.co.uk, and the new home path, and we click OK. And now what's happening is all the files are being extracted from the zip into the new directory. Again, depending on the size of your file will depend how long this takes, but as you can see, that hasn't taken long at all. And then you can say, look, this has successfully been done. And then the only option you get to start with is you get to go to the admin login. So the first thing we do is log in to the admin. And then as soon as you're logged in, the first thing you'll notice is this big notification up here, which says the site has been successfully migrated. And now what Duplicator has done is cleaned up all of the installation files that could be a threat in the future. So as you can see here, removed the archive, removed all the installer files, and everything has been purged. So yeah, so we're all good. And obviously once you click off this, you go to your dashboard, that notice will disappear. And so as it looks like, we've got WordPress now on the new domain. So let's go and have a look at what the website looks like, if it's working or not. So we've clicked add new. And as you can see, the website is now live. Everything looking perfect, as it should. And as you can see, we've migrated a website in a matter of a few clicks just by using this free plugin called Duplicator. Like I said at the middle of the video, if you run into any issues where maybe your website is too big, your old hosting, maybe the resources aren't there for you to be able to perform this backup, then there is a video I linked to at the end that will allow you to do this process manually without the plugin. It might take you a little bit longer, but it will definitely work. And that's it. So hopefully this video helped you. Obviously, if you found value in it, I'd really appreciate if you could hit the thumbs up. And if you're looking for more WordPress tips and tricks, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.